School choice is just modern day segregation and is designed to keep certain groups from elevating themselves out of their current socioeconomic class. If you look at the highest scoring nations on the PISA test, most of them do not have school choice. It's compulsory public education from first through ninth or first through 12th. One of the exceptions being like Alberta, a province of Canada, which does score well, but is also their wealthiest province. So we talked about poverty and crime. Guess what? Less poverty, less crime, less poverty, better education. Education correlates with lower poverty and lower crime around the world, right? This all goes hand in hand. We've also got apples to apples comparisons like Sweden and Denmark, who a decade or two ago went opposite ways. Sweden decided private schools, charters, vouchers, capitalism breeds competition, all that garbage. Denmark said, no, we're going to go the other way. State controlled, state funding. We're going to pay teachers better, but we're going to require them to get master's degrees, make it harder to be a teacher, but then we're going to let them do what they do. We're going to let them do what they love. Well, guess what? Denmark had better results. Denmark scores higher, Sweden scores lower, right? We have evidence that all things being equal, roughly, the school choice thing just doesn't work. You've also got obvious segregation with religion because most of these schools are religious, like private Catholic schools, Jewish schools, Muslim schools. So it creates almost a religious caste system in the US, which is not supposed to be religiously inclined in any way. And then you've got obvious economic segregation where the poor kids now don't get to interact with the better off, the rich kids at all because okay, your parent couldn't afford to put you into this better school, and now this better school is getting public money, so your public school that your parents can send you to now gives you a worse education because you couldn't get the voucher to get in, the school wouldn't accept you, you worship the wrong magical book, whatever. So now you're stuck with this worse education, which means it's less likely that you're going to climb out of your class. It's less likely that you're not going to be impoverished, which means you're more likely to commit crimes, you're more likely to be incarcerated, which means it's even harder for you to climb out of your class, and it perpetuates itself. The nations with the lowest wealth inequality on the Gini coefficient tend to overlap with the nations with the highest happiness index, which tend to overlap with the nations with the highest educational rankings. You look at them, they also have low poverty rates and low crime rates. They also tend to not be religious, and that is relevant. Because the last part of this is if you look at the most religious nations on earth, highly impoverished, lots of violent crime, very poor education, very low happiness rankings. They are actively, like in states like Iowa, trying to make things worse for the average person so the people that already have can have more. It's greed. And they know that, so to placate you, they get you to think, okay, it sucks right now, but my reward is coming. And yeah, those people, they get it all right now, but they're going to get what's coming to them. And if they can get you to believe that, they can placate you, keep you complicit, and keep you as just another cog on the wheel and keep the machine turning.